Next guest is a comedy powerhouse. I caught up with the wonderful Hannah Gadsby ahead of their new show, and they were an absolute delight.
I don't feel comfortable in a small town. I get a bit tense, mainly because I'm in this situation.
Hannah Gadsby reshaped comedy when their powerful special Nanette became a global sensation.
Had I known just how wildly popular Trauma was going to be in the context of comedy, I might have budgeted my shit a bit better.
They've managed to stay pretty busy since, touring shows, filming more specials, and to top it all off, penned a New York Times bestseller.
Just as the world's ending, I'm blossoming.
With their new show Wolf and a new Netflix special on the way, Hannah isn't done yet.
Hannah Gadsby, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Absolute pleasure.
Your specials have become increasingly uplifting. Have you become a feel-good comedian?
It's a misdirect. You wait for Wolf. We'll return to form.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Is that a scoop for me?
Yep. Scoop.
I always had a worry that if I had too good a personal life or if I was too mentally well, if life was kind of stable for me, I would have nothing to talk about in comedy. Do you ever have that fear?
Look, it's a... Kinda. I mean, but I really like feeling nice. The thing about feeling nice, it's always only brief, but the bad feelings hang around.
Yeah.
So I've got a large vault, a good back catalogue of woe to dig into.
The trauma vault?
Yeah, the trauma vault. But I've sort of cleaned that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've really Marie Kondo'd that with Nanette. But, you know, life is chaotic. I think there's a lot of anxiety running through everybody. So I really feel like how I feel personally, it's not the interesting thing anymore, which is, I guess, growing up.
Yeah.
My fanny pack. That's what I call my fan base now, my fanny pack.
Fanny pack. Have they embraced the term
I don't
fanny
know.
pack?
I don't know. That
I have a couple of ideas.
Okay, talk me through it.
So Nanette was obviously a pivotal moment in your career and in your life. So I thought if they are fans just of Nanette, they can be nothing but Nanette, in brackets.
Nothing but Nanette.
If they're fans of all of your work, the Great Gatsbys.
Oh, nice.
Bit of F. Scott Fitzgerald
Yeah,
for
look,
you.
I don't know how I feel about breaking them up.
Oh, you want to keep them together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it works for some, doesn't it?
Just the giant
Just the
fanny pack?
Just the fanny pack.
It's a merchandising dream, really.
Which I struggle with merch.
Well,
I don't really...
You said the perfect thing for it, though.
Well, I just worry about landfill.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you know, I worry about how many turtles are going to choke to death on Taylor Swift friendship bracelets.
Or on Hannah Gadsby's fanny packs.
Well, they're not made yet. This is
Do I do it or
world
not?
domination.
Yeah.
Or less with landfill for me.
The last time Netflix brought this many trans people together, it was for a protest.
Gender Agenda is coming out. Can you tell me how that came about?
Look, I caused a bit of a fuss.
Didn't hear about it.
Yeah, look, it was just a succession of transphobic stand-up comedy specials on Netflix. I was brought into the conversation by the Ted, Mr. Man of Mr. Netflix, sort of saying, we've got this transphobic, but we've also got Hannah Gadsby. I'm like, hang on, I'm not enough. It's sort of like, well, what can we do that's constructive? And this was my best guess.
You assembled kind of some of the best comedians, some of my favourite comedians, Deanne Smith being one of them. Was the process fun for you?
It was a steep learning curve, and some people approached us, and it took quite a while. And didn't want to just necessarily take the best 7 on their own. I wanted to build a story and have a curated evening.
Do you still feel like the same person when you look back at the Nanette era of Hannah Gadsby's life?
I had no idea. I feel like I've been on a whitewater raft, and I sort of feel like I've come out at the end of that under a total different circumstances. Like I feel, like the socioeconomic thing is the biggest one for me. Is like I do not know how to operate. Like I walk into these hotels, I go on a tour, and I'm just screaming, I'm new money. Like I don't know what to do. Anyway, so that's where I'm at.
On a personal front, though, you found your wonderful wife.
I did.
Who's a 3-in-1, director, producer,
Triple
wife.
threat.
Triple threat. How is it working together?
Look, the work-life balance, it's very blurred. It's but we both. It's actually helped me find it in a sense that we have a common project, which is my work, and then we can both withdraw from me
As someone who's known you for a little while, it's kind of wonderful to see you madly in love. And
Madly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that.
Called it. Okay.
I'm calling it. I know
Well,
Jenny can hear me.
I'm madly in love.
I'm spilling the tea here.
Okay.
There's a lot of happiness.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just killed my persona. But,
And that, that's a joke. You seem perfectly as miserable as a comedian should be. Thank you, Hannah, for clearing that record. Thank you so much for your time.
my pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Right, though, just so much warmth from an individual who deserves all that success. And I know it was very overwhelming post-Nanette, so to see them in this wonderful state, it was great. That was beautiful.
They're absolutely hilarious. And Hannah is performing their new show, Wolf, in Sydney and Melbourne. Details are on our website. Go and check them out.